All right, how you get to work now might not be the same in 10 years. You might drive and even use one of those toll roads, but officials are looking at alternative ways to help ease traffic. We're talking about methods like mass transit, bicycling, walking. The Metropolitan Planning Organization has introduced multimodal transportation plan, and it's asking for you to weigh in. And joining us now is Michael Medina, the Executive Director of the MPO. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You know, when we do MPO stories, I always try to start by explaining to people what the MPO is, because a lot of people haven't heard of it, surprisingly, and it's so powerful. You know, like the MPO controls a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think we certainly have a lot to offer to the community, and so certainly for the users or the customers out there, it's important for them to be engaged.
Right,
with
absolutely.
The MPO.
So the MPO, you have a transportation policy board of about 30 or so elected officials from around the area, from the city, the county, different municipalities, who basically fight for federal dollars in some cases for their projects, and who really draft this mass plan for the future transportation needs and how you're going to meet them in this area, right?
Right. So essentially what we're doing is that, of course, the policy board makes all the decisions. And so one of the tools that we want to give our policy board is the ability to understand what the customers need, meaning the public.
Right.
So one of the mandates that we have to do is identify what bicycle, what sidewalks in terms of pedestrian use and even transit is out there. So one of the things that we're doing to provide this tool is to develop the multimodal plan. And with the multimodal plan, we'll do an assessment of those gaps within the current system and essentially ask the users, are they satisfied? And the ultimate thing we're trying to ask is that what will it take for them to take alternative modes?
Okay, so you're having these open houses where people can go right now. You're having 2 today. They started this week. You're having another one on Saturday.
Right.
And it's really a chance, it's really important if you're watching, it's really a chance for you to go and say, this is what it would take for me to ride the bus, or for me to bike to work, or for me to walk to work.
Right.
So it's really a good opportunity for the community to speak their mind.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect opportunity because this becomes a framework when we start to develop our long-range plan. So essentially is that once we understand what those gaps are, what the needs are, and we're going to prescribe performance-based planning, performance measurements to our priorities now. And so essentially is that it's not only a function of what the need is, but what type of satisfaction can we receive with these type of modes that are also affordable.
Okay. All right. I can imagine someone at home thinking, I kind of get what he's talking about, but I kind of don't. Oh, here, there's my mic. I kind of get what he's talking about, I kind of don't. So bottom line is you want to hear from people about how different modes of transportation other than highways could ease congestion and
Right. So ultimately is that I commute to work by using my vehicle.
Right.
So what will it take for me to take a combination of modes?
Okay.
So if one day I walk to the bus stop and I take the bus, and then I return using the same mode, and then the following day I use my bicycle. So the idea is to look at what's going to take to have a multimodal approach to it.
Right.
That's ultimately affordable.
Okay, got it. So remind us what time Saturday is
So Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon at the Armijo Recreational Center.
Okay, and then can people still catch the ones today, or?
Yes, we currently have one on the east side at the Pebble Hills Regional Command Center till 6:30, and on the west side in Vinton, Texas, at the West Valley Fire Department building. And so certainly, they can communicate with the MPO if they need further information.
Okay, and so the ones happening right now are until 6:30, right?
Yes.
In Vinton and on Pebble Hills.
Yes.
Okay, so you still have time to go, and if you're wondering. Okay, thank you so much, Mike.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.